We are live. Welcome back to Total Spotfest. Coming at you live here with a little recap of the go home for Revolution. It is Revolution, right?
Revolution.
Since like that and Impact, there's so many that are like similar sounding or retro, so I always stumble over it. Hi. Anyway, go home for Revolution Dynamite. We're gonna get all into it. Gonna talk a little bit. Jamie, how you doing, man?
Good. I'm good. I'm ready to talk some wrestling.
Ready to talk
sure.
some wrestling. I'm gonna power through. I jacked up my like shoulder, my bicep somehow. I don't know if I slept wrong or pinched something, but it's like right in the bicep here. It's just first world problems. I know. So
you have no sympathy for me.
Do what?
You have no sympathy from me.
I have no sympathy from you, and I shouldn't get any because I did kind of contribute to you getting like a mild food poisoning over the weekend.
Yep. Thanks, White Castle. Appreciate you.
White Castle was delicious. Well, we did go to St. Louis this past weekend. For those of you who not know, we have been talking about it. We went to go see Glory Pro. It was a good time had by all. We did sit by somebody yelling and screaming, right next to Jamie's.
Piece of garbage. You piece of garbage.
That's a great inside joke there.
I mean, I did have to turn around because these guys were talking about. Like, why would they just give up money for a raffle? Why would they just do that? And I just turned around, like, it's a 50-50 raffle, man. Like, 50% of the proceeds go to them, and then 50% go to the house. Like, the winner, yeah. like, that was also the guy who's like, I love the Wasteland War Party. They're so cool. I've always wanted to see them. And I'm like, we know them. Like, I don't want to be that guy.
The two stoners, the two incredibly loud stoners behind us. Because it
was great.
I mean, I think one of them was one of the guys that was asking for a free sticker from Heidi as well afterwards.
I think so too.
Regardless, it was great to see Heidi and Max. They successfully defended their NJPW titles. So Maki Ito, and you even gave them some promo advice. And I
wouldn't call it promo advice.
It was a suggestion. It was
that's like, hey, I think
bad,
that. Yeah, I think this would be hilarious. And they did what I said, and in fact, it was hilarious. Like, actually, I have to give Heidi and Max all the credit in the world. They both deserve it. Like, that promo, chef's kiss, it was awesome. It was great.
It was good stuff. Well, hey, there was other promos we can get to because, like we said, we just got done watching not too long ago the go home for Revolution AEW Dynamite. So why don't we just get right to it, Jamie?
Yeah, let's hop right on into the train of what was an exciting show, honestly. I was not expecting a go-home show to be this exciting.
For those of you who listen to us for a while, you know that we've always kind of dogged on AEW's go-homes, right? They don't do go-homes very well, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't say dog on them. I would just say we've been critical. We've been critical.
A little critical about it. That's a good way to phrase it.
A little critical.
This was a very good go-home. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed. I wasn't expecting much from this because of their record, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, it was such a good go home. I am personally in my house. I went home to record this right now. You're welcome. You're welcome for the bad joke.
So there's a couple themes of the night here. Preview and setup, preview of things, right? So there's a lot of little quick, short promos, video promos here and there, right?
Yes.
It's kind of industry standard. The E does that. Impact does that. And we all know that, right? So you had a lot of that. And the other theme was large matches and Orange Cassidy.
I mean, you can really not go wrong with Orange Cassidy. Like, we have professed our love for Orange Cassidy actually over the past 2 episodes. Like, you can't sleep on Orange Cassidy, and he yet again proved it. In the opening match, I don't like typically going in order, but this opening match was fun. That's the best way I can explain it. It was just a good, fun match. It did have some good moves here and there, absolutely. The Stokely Hathaway interactions where he took his glasses, then flipped them down, was just excellent. Everything about it. I personally enjoyed the hell out of this opening match. What did you think?
It was not the match I was expecting. I was like, okay, this is going to be a whatever thing. It's going to be big shtick. It was mild shtick, but it was a lot more to it. I think that, we, like you said, we definitely have professed our, affection towards Orange Cassidy's abilities. Plus, Big Bill, William Morrissey, Big Kaz, whatever, he... Take aside a little bit where he has a rough patch in life, right? He's always had the good skill, right? And it's tough for a big man to go into a match not against a big man and not have it be one type of match. But he has the ability to do it, and Orange has the ability to mold around his competition. So it ended up being a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be, and I thought it was a good opening, right?
Yeah. No, it was everything I wanted for an opener. Typically, I like the super banger in the beginning, but since this was a go-home show, I felt like it was a perfect setting because I knew that there was going to be some really good promo work coming up, which it absolutely was, and I knew that like this was going to be a good okay, this was good.
I don't think there was.
I'm feeling good about it.
I don't really think there was like a banger tonight.
No.
Which it didn't.
There didn't need to be.
That's a setup show.
Absolutely agree. Like this match, if you want to say match of the night, it would definitely have to be the next match,
the ladder match. 100%.
And we're gonna put a pin in the ladder match because I want to come back to that.
Okay, we'll come back to that. You want to go through all the promos that kind of like happened?
Yeah, because holy shit, that match though.
That match, obviously, we're gonna come back to it.
So let's start off with the first real promo of the night, and that's the Elite.
Right, because they had little video promos throughout the night. There's video promo from Moxie, video promo from Hangman, video promo setting up the main event, video promo for like the three women, video for a bunch of stuff. Right, we're not gonna talk about those. Cool, right? So,
I mean, we can talk about hangers because I really enjoyed hangers.
Okay, we could talk about hangers, but the Elite was really kind of like the first one there that really got it started.
Oh, it got me so excited.
And it was so little, but it was so much.
And to that point, there was another promo later tonight that was so little, but it was so much, like so much. I have a hot take about it, but we'll get to it. But this one right here, when the House of Black comes out and just destroys the Elite and holds up the belts.
It's what I need this in my life. Clamoring for.
Tony Khan, I need this in my life.
Do the right thing, Tony.
Tony, I'm a married man for 22 years. I have 4 daughters. I need this.
we need the Black Demonic Trios champions. We need them yesterday.
Damn Skippy. Put a damn belt on those guys.
I see no reason why they shouldn't have it. They cemented it last week on Rampage last Friday, but to actually have them go through with this, it's just like I said, that match, the main event's going to be something. So it's going to be it's an Iron Man match, right? But I think that Trios match is going to steal the show.
100%.
Oh.
That match and one other match have the writing on the walls to absolutely be a stealer. But let's talk about another one. Yeah, there you go. Let's talk about another match before we get into. I kind of want to dip in and out. How about how good Peter Avalon looked?
I'm excited to see that because I've always liked Peter Avalon. In spite of his old, cheesy shtick, I enjoyed the shtick, but I also enjoyed him. He's actually got a pretty long career on the indies, especially out west in California. Lots of tag team wrestling he does. It's, it's good to see him get some comeuppance. And you're right. He's changed his look up. He's kind of reinvented himself, and he looked good.
I like him on Long Boys, personally. I think it gave him another look, a completely different look. The short hair, I really enjoy the short hair on him. But dude looked great. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, granted, he is going in the ring with
Yeah,
arguably
oh,
one
he
of the
had no
best who've
chance of
ever
winning.
done
It
it.
was, it
Yeah,
was.
but
Everybody knew that, but
he was in the ring with one of the best who've ever done it, who will make him look good just as much as he made Jericho look good. It was really fun. The code breaker was beautiful. Would have preferred a lion tamer. Just saying.
you always
Uh,
would prefer a lion tamer.
I know. But Chris Jericho gets Dub City. And after that, Ricky Stark comes out because they're beating the hell out of Peter Avalon. And then here comes the rest of the damn JAS. Blah, blah, blah. Setting up for Ricky Starks going against Chris Jericho one-on-one with the JAS, completely banned from ringside, but it is no DQ.
Right. But tonight they're not banned, so they get their licks in. Okay, cool. Whatever. I'm ready to move past this with Ricky. I really am.
Can I ask a question though?
Yeah.
If it's no DQ and they're banned, if they do show up, what does that mean?
It means absolutely nothing. It's the conflicting stipulations, you know? Tony Khan threatens to suspend them. I don't know. I mean, it really means nothing. I don't know.
Are you saying that they're going to suspend Sammy Guevara? Because if they are, I'm in.
More than likely. I know. I have no idea. I
need this, Tony. No, I'm kidding.
Just suspend Sammy anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. So. Okay. So Renee Paquette. Right after this, I do want to go into this promo. The Christian Cage promo. What did you think of it?
I liked of all the promos that happened, except for the very final. I don't know. The last one of the night and this one were the two best I felt there were. Christian's a master on the mic, and it's nothing new. It's the same dig he's doing. He was getting major heat from the crowd and played it off wonderfully, fantastically. Young kids should take notes. This is how you do it and maintain, right? Because everything came across. Was it any different than what he'd said for the past couple of weeks or the few weeks, the 2 months before he got injured? No, it wasn't. But it was good. It was a good promo. And digs at his dad a little bit. And then it cuts to a video of Jungle Boy digging up something.
Yeah. So
which was weird at the end.
No. I loved it. This is Jack Perry, JB's best promo.
Because he didn't say a word. Yes, I know.
not only that,
he didn't say a damn thing.
I know. It was. I mean, the headstone or the gravestone was just a piece of cardboard, and it was hilarious. But I enjoyed how they showed the story arc without him having to actually speak, and then the digging was weird. Like that was a perfect.
Is this Undertaker to AEW confirmed moment here? Like, what is that?
I know, or is it? Are they trying to set up a buried alive match? Like,
or without he's gonna beat him. He's gonna bury his career. I don't know. The whole grave thing was the weird part to me.
It was still fun though because I enjoyed it because it surprised me that they went that direction with Jack Perry. Because usually you get Jack Perry, I'm gonna squash ya. It's gonna hurt, but I know I have lots of respect for you, but it's gonna be a great match, but I'm gonna win. Like exactly like the worst of worst. Like you can't even get me a little Dylan. I don't know, Kelly. I don't know.
So around this time too was the Hanger video. So I think it was right before, right after the match before. So you wanted to talk about the Hanger video. I thought it was fine. I didn't get as impacted by it as you apparently though.
Well, it just added again, Moxley and Hanger have done a really good job of extending the storyline. I thought I was done with it a month ago. And they've done a hell of a job, in my opinion, to keep it going. And the little wrinkle that Hanger throws in there, I have nothing else to lose. This is it. You've beat one of my friends to the inch of their life, and it's like what after this match you're gonna come out a changed man. And I honestly, legit believe Hanger.
You think Hanger?
I believe Hanger.
Well, we're not gonna say who we think is gonna do what, because surprise, surprise, if we haven't told you yet tonight, we will be going live twice on Sunday. So we're gonna be going live right about 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. For the same time that the buy-in goes, we're gonna do a quick little pick show of ours. We're gonna give you our picks. Then we'll be back live after the show to talk more about it. So, FYI.
Yep.
So we're not going to dig into what we think is going to happen. We're not. We usually do that on these go home shows, but not tonight.
No, because we're gonna do a pre-show and then we're gonna do a post-show right after, so we all can talk about hopefully the greatness that was Revolution.
And I'll make sure to get some chamomile tea this weekend because my voice is probably going to need it. So, I don't know. I mean, it's just like for me, it was fine. It was like whatever. Okay.
I get it. I get your point.
Yeah, it's kind of like I'm happy. I am happy for the match. Happy to see the match. I'm happy for a Texas Death Match. But the promos were just like, man, okay, more building it up. It didn't do a lot for me. Much the same that the Hook Matt Hardy match didn't do a lot for me.
Oh, it was fine.
It was fun. It was some Stokely Hathaway character building with the.
That's all it was.
Ripped the fake cast off. Now he's got which is good. Hey, they are definitely doing Hook right. Setting him up for success. They're doing it the proper way. They got him let's be real, a meaningless title. Title his dad made up when he was in ECW, It was fun, but it was like, okay, cool. I do like it how at the end of the match, because it wasn't like a time. There was no like squash match in the show, which I appreciated. There wasn't your typical 30-second squash. This is probably the closest, but it was a few minutes long. And at the end of it, turn around. He got him in the red rum, and immediately Matt Hardy tapped, like immediately, like he just finished putting the hold in and tap. I did appreciate that.
Yeah, he's like, no, I don't want to be in this. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So I would have to say, in the weirdest way possible, that aside from the battle royales, if you take the battle royales out of tonight, Toni Storm versus Riho by far was the match of the night.
I'm with you. Yeah, if you say no gimmick was the best match, that was them. I mean, you could have had 2 women's matches, Tony. I'm just saying, you could have had 2, but no,
not on a go home. Not on a go home.
I don't know.
Not on a go home.
Well, considering they only have 1 women's match for the pay-per-view. Yeah.
Oh, they'll set up a buy-in on.
They'll have Jade
Friday.
squash somebody on the buy-in. I'm sure of it. So.
Yeah, and then like have what's her name, Layla Gray, turn on her finally, and then she's all by herself, and then she finally loses at some point to somebody.
2025, baby. We'll see. This is good. This is a late announced match. If I don't remember this being announced before today, actually.
No, I didn't even know it was announced until like the show. I'm like, oh. Riho, yay! Riho
on my TV.
Yes, love me some Riho. This match was fun. This was great. I do have okay, Heather.
We'll talk about that. So the match was a lot of fun. Heather made a great point. We're gonna get the match real quick. It was a lot of fun. It was good to see Riho on TV. Riho and Tony, they have history before. They fought in Japan. They're not.
But Riho rolling her up and getting the win, and in the way she did it was most Riho way possible.
Riho needs some guidance, right? She can't just go out there and do the same thing against everybody. She needs certain things, for certain competitors.
Hold on. What do you mean that she has to do different things with different competitors? Can somebody give that information to Darby Allin, please?
I mean, that would be a good thing that he should know. Maybe, Jade could hear that as well, just, pass that around the locker room a little bit, but start with Darby.
Well, hold on. You can't do that to Jade because she's that bitch, okay? You can't do it.
So Riho does get the win. There was a little bit of interference assistance there, which led to brawling afterwards. Tony goes after Britt outside, and then Jamie gets goaded into the ring to go up against Saraya, right? Okay. Which, of course, they get going at, which brings out Ruby Soho. Hey, Ruby. And Ruby is in between them, kind of does the whole breakup thing, and then sucker punches Saraya, and then looks over and sucker punches Jamie, and the crowd loved it. And then the three women are just going at each other, got breaking up.
Yeah, and Jamie, to your point, I'll read this for everybody who hasn't read it, but I do have a tiny fear on lock that they're going to put the belt on Saraya. I said that last week, right?
You said that last week when I was preaching the gospel of Ruby, and you were like, yes. I have a fear.
Because I'm definitely afraid they're going to CM Punk her. Yeah. And just get her the belt ASAP. Well, I mean, CM Punk
they built up in the proper way, I felt.
Yeah.
They still got the belt to him a little bit sooner, but that was due to half the locker room being freaking injured.
Okay. I mean, so I don't know, man. Like, so Saraya with a belt is good merchandising. Saraya without the belt is better for merchandising.
Well, it's not just merchandising. It's better for merchandising, story.
Exactly. There's more layers to it. But my brain has been going on this thing for weeks now. And Mark Stradamus has a prediction.
Ooh.
Official. Mark Stradamus, this is what's happening. Ruby's about to win. Tony comes in, interferes. Saraya hits her finisher, the page turner, whatever the hell she's calling it now, whatever, on Ruby. Saraya goes for the pin, gets the win. After the match, Britt comes out, acts like she's going to fight, and turns on Jamie. That is my prediction.
You've gone like all over the map in the past month with your like grandiose themes of this. Okay.
Britt is going to join the E-Girls.
So Britt will join the E-Girls.
So no matter what, the end game, even if the belt stays,
you're saying you're looking for somebody to join the E-Girls at the end of this match on this pay-per-view is what
100%.
Because you've gone with
Ruby.
You've gone with Ruby. You've gone with Sheeta hard. You've gone with now Britt.
I have gone mad.
He has gone mad with fortune-telling power. You're 100% correct.
But they've been right. So
they all can't be right because this is your okay.
Hey, chat. Did 1912 or did 2012 happen? No. But like there's some things that have happened that
I know.
I'm saying this.
It's okay.
Regardless of outcome, Britt's joining the E-Girls.
So you think Britt's joining the E-Girls? Okay.
I think even better storytelling would be Jamie finds a way to win and they're celebrating afterwards and Britt turns on her there. That would make the most sense.
Better storytelling, 100%.
And it would make us feel better because that means Saraya doesn't have the belt. But I don't
think they're going to put the belt on Saraya.
I hope not.
I personally don't. I hope they put it on Ruby, as everybody who has even remotely ever watched this show can guess at a mile's notice that is my hope for sure. But I think if they don't put it on Ruby, they'll keep it on Jamie. I know that marketing and all this stuff, and then you have the potential for Saraya versus Mercedes Moné at Forbidden Door 2. I get that. I understand all that.
I'd rather have Jamie Monet. Actually, I'd have Jamie Julia personally.
I'd rather have Monet, Julia, Jamie. All just put it all in a blender and just feed it into my eyeballs. So
Yeah, my 100% prediction, 100% prediction.
We'll see if this sticks by our prediction show on Sunday. By the way,
no, Britt's turning heel again.
So okay, match aside, Britt's turning heel on Jamie.
I
can definitely understand that,
regardless of the outcome.
They've long had that dangled out there, and they almost pulled the triggers twice. Once hard, but twice they almost pulled the trigger on that. Mm-hmm. So that's long-term storytelling. We'll see.
Yep. Damp it.
So there was two other matches. We're saving the ladder match for a second. And let's talk about the Battle Royal first, and we'll talk about MJF, and then we'll finish up with the ladder match since that was our favorite part. Okay?
Oh, by far.
So the Battle Royal was your traditional Revolution Tag Team Battle Royal. The second straight Battle Royal in order to determine the final opponent for the tag team match at Revolution. Okay? It's a lot of words for what should be simple. Now, this is more similar to like a Royal Rumble-esque. What is it? Their casino theme one that they have is, where people come out in groups. There's 4 groups.
Yeah, it's a casino battle royale.
Casino battle royale. Thank you. Yes. So
you said the casino, you said to put it together.
I was the word. Word wasn't there. But you
have a pineapple. You have an apple pin. Pineapple apple pin.
Boy, you are going back. What is that? 2013, 2014?
I don't know, man. I can bring it all back.
You could bring it all back. So they had everybody come out roughly every minute. I say roughly because there definitely was not exactly 60-second interludes for everybody. But
no. Especially with the TV, especially with the
commercial break there. They did have A-Team come out during the commercial break, so there's that. Now, earlier on in the night, they had a promo backstage with an interview with best friends Orange Cassidy and Danhausen. The best friends aren't medically clear. Okay.
Because they got attacked on Friday by Stokely Hathaway and his goons.
Story. From what I know, that's not a shoot, but Danhausen immediately volunteers himself in Orange Cassidy, who's in the middle of getting iced and patched up from his match with Big Bill. But he's like, sure, I don't care. Let's do it. Right?
Yeah.
So you had the Lucha Bros. You had all the same things. You had Aussie Open, which was good to see them. Blackpool Combat Club and Dark Order looked good together. This match was fine. It was a little disjointed at times. I feel like some of the stuff, I get where they were coming from it, but it didn't really. Last week's Battle Royal felt a lot better, is what I'm getting at. This one here felt a little herky-jerky, but still good fun. Comes down to the end, and the winners are Danhausen and Orange Cassidy. And I'm like, oh, is this Freebird rules? No, it's Danhausen and Orange Cassidy going up for the titles.
Yes. So very nice, very evil outcome. I will definitely say that. But there is a little bit of smoke and fire I do want to talk about leading up to this match. I don't know if you saw this or were privy to this, but Dax Harwood on his podcast, he also has a podcast, which I have listened to a couple times. And Dax is very opinionated, and they had a good conversation around, did he feel slighted about AEW announcing everybody that won stuff and didn't announce FTR winning a dang thing? Because their contracts are up, and it seems like they are out the door.
Right.
And he said, hell yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then somebody asked him about, are you guys a Joker for tonight? He's like, well, I'm not going to ruin anything. He definitely kept it kayfabe, which I really appreciate. But there was rumors that they could show up tonight. But I think based off of the one, they didn't show up tonight. 2, the information that he said on his podcast, I am 98.3 repeating, they're out the door.
Oh,
they're going back. They're going back to the E.
I mean, I even heard the statement, that he said that. It's like, we told Tony we're willing to work up to our contract, right? that's a weird statement to say if you're not leaving, right?
Right, and then like
Yeah.
they're gonna use you to get you.
Why
keep
would
you
they
hyped.
give you a push if you're gonna be gone in a few months? So
And I love FTR. FTR is one of my favorite tag teams
I
of
do
all
too.
time. They are so good, and I get both sides. I get both sides. They busted their ass for a year, and they wanted a little bit of a break, but they said they were willing to work, but then they're also not committing to being a part of that company again. And I kind of find it just a little funny that Vince is going back into power, completely, and they might be going back there to the same guy who wanted him to wear big clocks and wear,
we don't know for sure if it's a done deal, because there's been a lot of reports as well that they want to just spend some time away from major promotions, right? They want to do some Japan, they want to do some smaller promotions, let their bodies heal a little bit from the wear and tear of the travel and all the stuff. I tend to lean towards that for the short term, for next year, let's say. But more than likely, yeah, they'll go back to WWE because that's where money is.
Oh, I don't think it'll be that long. I bet they are in WWE by May.
Oh, wow. Quick turn.
Absolutely.
We'll see.
The revival will be revived. So, what did you think about the MJF and Bryan Danielson promos? Electric?
I thought it was interesting to end the show with a promo.
Me too. They haven't done that in ever.
They've done it before.
Once or twice. It's been very rare.
Yeah.
Rare.
I thought it was good because they didn't fall into the same pattern. They set up like they were going to, but they let Bryan Danielson run with it. And run he did, up to the point where TV censors got involved.
I'm going to fucking kick your head in.
That's what he said. Okay.
I popped so hard when he said that because it's like, Ring of Honor Danielson, like, because that's kind of his thing. Like, he always says he's gonna kick somebody's head in, and like he literally said, "I'm gonna fucking kick your head in," like exactly like that. I'm like,
yeah, the crowd loved it. So
it's like, I'm so happy, but you're still gonna lose because there's no way in hell they're gonna take the belt off MJF now.
And once again, it wasn't a terribly long promo, which I appreciated. It was to the point. It was good. It was very heartfelt. It's good to get. I mean, Danielson could talk as well, right? So I had no problem with any of this. I loved it. I thought it was a good. Like I said, it was a good package, good way to kind of wrap up the whole show.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But it wasn't the best moment of the show.
Was not the best part of the show, in our humble opinion.
I wouldn't say our opinions are humble at this point. Is that MJF's new power, returning older wrestlers to their indie selves? I agree with that because we got ROH CM Punk.
CM Punk, yes, full with AFI music and everything.
Which was awesome.
I loved every second of that.
I did too. Then he turned out to be the ass clown that we all thought he was. But he might come back. Who knows? And then, yeah, like thinking about this. Oh, man. If we can legit get real American Dragon, like, just think about it. Think about his
of ROH Danielson, the carelessness he did with his body then, and just some of the stuff. It was mind-boggling back in the day. Maybe. Yeah. I think that is his superpower. I agree.
I mean, his storytelling's tip-top. I mean, he does get a little boring from time to time because it is the same promo.
It's good, but it's the same thing. So, what was not the same thing was this ladder match, though. Let's go to the Sonic Ring of Honor brass ring battle royal.
The face of the Revolution ladder match for the Sonic Ring is what I like to call it because it's a big Sonic ring.
It's a giant Sonic ring. You notice that it's not as yellow as it was originally. I think that they're
it's way more gold.
I thought a lot of people died at a lot of points, Heather. I really did.
There's only two people I thought didn't die: Takeshita and Commander.
And okay, how about Commander in AEW? Who you didn't know a whole lot about Commander.
Did not. I own that.
Did because he's a lucha wrestler, right? And he's been in a lot of GCW recently. if you've watched any sort of clips on on the Twitters, you've probably seen some clips from GTW shows about somebody doing something ridiculously stupid off the ropes. That was Commander. This man is just insane, and I couldn't believe that he was there. I was like, I saw the picture and I go, that can't be Commander. Is that really? Who's the guy that's with Luther?
Oh, Serpentico?
Yeah, I kept thinking, is that Serpentico? Because they would have They had Commander. So, Commander, Sammy Guevara, Action Andretti, Konosuke Takeshita, Powerhouse Hobbs, and technically Eddie Kingston and Ortiz. I say technically because they immediately started brawling outside and took it to the backstage. Eddie's injured right now, so they removed them from the equation quick, which made it even better, I felt.
Which I didn't even know Ortiz and Kingston were fighting. I thought they were bros.
Oh, they've had a falling out like about a month or so ago on Rampage. Yeah.
Oh, okay, whatever. I don't watch Rampage that much, so
yeah,
got me.
It's harder for you to catch that, I know, but
yeah. So can we talk about Takeshita on the ladder, and then Guevara hitting that huge the Falcon Arrow?
The Falcon Arrow. So there was 3 ladder moves there that were ridiculous. There was the Action Andretti one where I think he was doing like a reverse power bomb or something to Sammy and kind of missed, and he took the majority of the hit on the ladder, and Sammy's like head clipped the side of it and then he fell down on the mat. It was like, oh shit.
Yeah, he might be dead.
That was the first one. And then a little bit later you had Takeshita going up doing a Falcon Arrow off of a ladder bridge onto the mat, which looked hard as fuck.
That, and then Commander hitting the shooting star press onto AR Fox.
That was great. Yes. Off the ropes. Off the top rope shooting star press. He walked halfway on the ropes, did a shooting star press onto AR Fox on another ladder bridges. Those ladders were strong. Those weren't your WWE ladders, I just want to say.
So the shooting star press, ladies and gentlemen, is my favorite aerial move. Some people like the 450. Some people like Twisted Bliss. Some people like the Frog Splash. I mean, the 5-star Frog Splash is arguably the most beautiful move.
I would argue with
that. But nothing beats a beautiful shooting star press.
I would say, except for a Spanish Fly.
Flux capacitor?
I am a Spanish Fly guy. No, I'm not going with Flux capacitor. I'll take it, but sure.
It's the same thing. It's just got a different
Spanish
name.
Fly. Whatever.
Flux capacitor.
And then there was, so Daniel Garcia comes out and gets involved, right?
Of course, because that's what the JS
They set up
does.
a ladder bridge on chairs on the outside and put Action Andretti on it. And then they get the really big ladder and put it next to that, where Sammy climbs to the very tippy top and does a falling senton onto Action Andretti. And damn near breaks him in half.
He broke him in half! But can we also talk about, I think that Hobbs grabbed the wrong ladder to get it, or they had the brass ring really high?
I think that they had the wrong ladder in there. They had the brass ring too high. Plus, as part of the ending, and this was Hobbs' hometown show. This is the first time Hobbs was the hero, right? Because he's the hometown boy, right? Because he's a heel, but whatever. Plus, the build-up for it was him doing a big spot on Takeshita off of the ladder and bending that ladder to holy high hell. And you could tell he didn't have the time to go get another ladder because every ref come and every ref was in the ring bracing the ladder so that he could use it to climb up.
Yeah, and Takeshita, I think one of the guys on the ground, because I looked at one of the guys on the ground was just doing this, like held down, like he's dead, holding it, and then he had like all the other refs like bracing it because he had to get to the tippy top.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Hobbs will face either Samoa Joe or War Daddy.
Who's your War Daddy? Next Wednesday. So whoever the winner is from Sunday will face him next Wednesday. So the TNT title has officially become the Big Meaty Men title.
It kind of has. and the winner of that match, I will announce on Sunday at 6 p.m. Central, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want to miss on it, you know. He's full zaddy mode with her. It's 100% accurate.
Heather's full in. Our friend Heather, who's in chat, for those of you listening and not watching, but Heather is definitely a War Daddy fan.
I mean, he is a beautiful man.
He is a good-looking man. Not gonna lie, he can do beautiful things. I just want to see him use more of his skill set than powerbomb, pin.
Yes, more of the repertoire. That's French for more stuff.
French for more stuff. All right. Well, I don't know if we have any more stuff tonight. So it was a good show. It was a good for a go home for AEW. I said it was out of the ordinary because it was pretty solid, right? So thoroughly enjoyed all that, and I think it's going to be. I'm interested to see. So I think this has potential to be a really good pay-per-view. There's a couple matches that stick out to me. The trios match sticks out to me. I'm just interested to see what direction the tag teams go, because you got two non-traditional tag teams in there, right? But you have a lot of ass boys lore. You have the man who created the term ass boys in Danhausen now in the match.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like there's a lot of angles that could be done through this. I think the women's match has the most lore or most story potential around it. And of course, 60-minute Iron Man. Can't go wrong with that. You got a death match between Hanger and John. You got other matches, Christian Jungle Boy, sure, right? And Ricky Starks versus Jericho. Okay, you got that. You got some good stuff going on there. So I'm sure Tony's probably going to add 3 more matches. So
yeah, we're gonna get Jade Cargill versus somebody. I bet we'll probably get some other random singles match that we didn't know we needed.
He'll probably throw like the Blackpool Combat Club out there and like a 3-way tag team against Dark Order and Butcher and the Blade or something. I mean, who knows, right?
Yeah. There are a few matches that stick out to me. I agree. I think the House of Black to your boy, yes, is a cursed phrase. No, but I definitely agree. I think the House of Black versus the Elite has the potential to be redonkulous. And the other match that I am low-key like super duper excited for, though we've seen it 3 other times, is Hanger and Mox. I just can't not want to see that. I know that's a double negative. That's on purpose.
It's gonna be good. I mean,
especially Texas Deathmatch. We already know that Mox is gonna bleed like a stuffed pig.
Oh, I mean, the last few encounters they've had have ended with them bleeding anyway. So
there will be blood. Which, by the way, is an amazing Daniel Day-Lewis movie. If you haven't watched it, I suggest you go see it. Excellent movie.
It does take a while to get into. Not gonna lie.
It's a little slow, but it gets there.
Like the first like hour or so is very slow, but then it starts to get, and by the end, it's like whoa.
Well, Daniel Day-Lewis is an amazing actor.
He's one of the best.
I can't even think of a bad movie he's ever done. I mean, I didn't really like Lincoln all that much, but he was good in it.
He's never done a bad role. Let's put it that way. I think he's never had a bad performance. Okay,
that's fair. It's also I feel the same way about a recently canceled person. I can't.
We're not going to go to that. So,
but he is in the movie 7.
Ding! Lots of good stuff coming up here. So we will be live, like I said, before Revolution at the same start time as the buy-in. Basically, you can watch the buy-in free on YouTube. Open up 2 channels. You can watch us and watch the buy-in as well. And then approximately a half hour after the pay-per-view ends, give or whenever that, because it's a floating thing, right? Approximately a half hour after it ends, we'll be live as well with our kind of like recap and results, and see how many Mark Stradamus stamps Jamie collects. And also who takes home our illustrious title is up for grabs. This is our pay-per-view pick title for those of you first time checking in here. I am the current champion. That's why I got this little icon above my head here. And I have the strap, as you can see. And I'm going to retain that strap because the J Money Club never fails. Although I failed every time until this one. But still.
Yeah.
Hey, possession, 9/10. There we go.
There you go. I'll give you that one. But we all know the FWO is coming for that damn belt. Finger poke of doom coming at you.
We'll and for those of you who might not know what we're talking about, we're going to talk. We'll give you the full shtick about the belt on Sunday. We like to kind of recap for those who might be new. So if you are new, thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to our regular viewers and Heather and anybody else following along here. Thank you for giving us some of your time. We truly appreciate it. If you want to follow along, like, subscribe, share, hit the little bell icon so you know when we go live. I keep forgetting to do the schedule the live thing ahead of time. I'm going to be better at that, I promise. Okay, so but hit the little bell icon if you know when we do go live. You can follow us on Twitter at Total Spotfest, and we will see you guys on Sunday. Jamie, anything else?
No, I'm ready for Revolution.
Well then, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Jamie, take us home, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have 6 words, I believe.
He had to count the words for a second. That's why there was a dramatic pause there.
I did. I just want to make sure I had the count right. Okay, sorry. If you're not down on Total Spotfest, I got roughly 6 words for you. I'm going to kick your fucking head in.
That's 7 words. Hey, guys. We'll see you next time.
Peace.